Naturally.
See my
No, go for it. I'm experiencing lag.
I'm always experiencing lag with Roll20 though.
Okay. There we go. All right. But go ahead, Marsh. You take it away. You're super excited.
Is everyone prepared? I'll take that as a yes.
Oh.
R's in the chat.
What is it? What's the thing to say that Cheer doesn't like? Like last time on.
Oh my god.
Or is it? Or let's quest. I don't know.
Let's quest.
I don't know
You
how
have to
this
do-
recap thing works.
Yeah, you have to do the recap, and then you explain
Yeah.
the game, and then we let.
Yeah, do the recap first.
Previously on Celestial Quest.
God damn it, Dish.
Our motley group of adventurers, and some might even call them friends, met in a small town, and after some troublings, spooky dealings, a dragon going crazy, and a unicorn that has feelings that she doesn't know how to handle, the party is moving forward with the original idea that Yuna had, and had pulled these others along on her quest to find the unicorns she has not seen in some time. They traversed to the southeastern portion of the continent that they had all met on. After about a week's travel, arriving at a beautiful, picturesque, shimmering ocean that everyone seemed excited to cross, except for one kraken. There was some talk of how to get across, including the now regrown Theo flying Koshka the cat across. And Cyrus took Kalia and Miriam, much to the chagrin of our unicorn friend. With the help of a small bottle that Miriam had procured from a former adversary, Yuna consumed it and grew some wings to join everyone else in flying across the ocean. Most of the way across, there was a small faltering. Yuna's focus was snapped for just long enough to plunge into the water, followed quickly by the rescuing operation of Theo and Koshka. Koshka, of course, not happy about the rescue. After much insanity, there was pretty much everyone ending up in the water. Did Cyrus get in?
No,
I
he
think
he was the only one that wanted to.
But pretty much everyone ended up in the water, and as Yuna was dragged out of the water and given some very remedial medical attention, her situation was assessed, and as there were some petty squabbles on the side, Kalia, very nervously pacing on the beach, last time was concluded by a cracking of thunder as the sky opened up, as someone called out, as if finding their quarry after some time hunting. Now, without further ado, let's quest!
Oh my god.
Quest
I was drinking
Let's.
water. I legit was drinking water. Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to do a
No, you
very
did
solemn
great.
sounding recap so that Let's Quest would be that much more impactful.
It
You
was.
did- It was great. It was just my dumbass was like, water time.
It was so good.
Oh my god, we get a map? Oh my god.
Okay.
True bestium.
I couldn't find a good one
Nah.
with cloudiness, but
Just draw it in.
Ooh.
yes. Before
Wait,
you
wait,
guys
wait.
get
I,
yes.
I feel like I recognize this cove. Is there a giant koi fish? I don't know.
I'm not. I just kind of found it.
There you go. Dark gray sky.
Oh my god.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I'll just keep calling it the sun until we're done with this session.
Oh my god. Let me stream it. Hold on. Or can someone stream it for the our spectators? Thank you, Acha. I was gonna say Acha, but I didn't want to ask Acha again. All right. So
Ash
before you,
boy.
as you guys hear this call out, you look to the ocean. As you can see what looks to be a hill of water rising, and then water splashing around before this formation almost dissipates, and you see a silhouette walking towards you from the shores. As you walk up, it's a very humanoid silhouette as you get a better look at it. And before you guys, you see this guy. It's in D&D text.
Oh.
Ew.
Guy, roll me. Oh my gosh, you drew the way.
Whoa. I'm working on it. It's work progress.
Okay.
I'm not as skilled as some other people here.
Roll me. What are your? Who has a passive perception? It's a. Kalia, you're distracted. Kalia, you have to roll if you wanna.
I am weak, but do I have the passive?
You know what? Actually, for those of you, for sure all of you are gonna look, but for those of you concerned, roll perception.
See,
I guess I won't.
This is my specialty.
It's up to you guys.
that
I'm
one.
gonna auto fail that because I am not even close to the.
I'll save you
It's a-
guys.
17
So
squad?
if memory serves, I was helping you.
Yuna.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to Mr. Hot Waterman.
Damn, fucking Yuna.
I'm much more concerned with like Yuna.
Yeah.
Much more concerned with not getting stabbed by the horn.
Yeah, I don't want to get horned.
Kalia, you're a little too preoccupied with the man before you, for you do recognize him. He's not someone you know family-wise, but he is someone you know formally. He seems... You recognize him as a Leviathan from... That works under the ancient water dragons.
Yay, even better. Even better.
Theo and Yuna, you guys notice a second, smaller, more timid silhouette behind him, kind of like using him as cover. As he approaches you guys, he doesn't seem to be kind of like preoccupied with what's going on. He's more like taking in, everyone, the view, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miriam, you're helping out Yuna. Kalia is with Yuna. Theo is with Cyrus, and Koshka, you're
In the grass.
in the grass. Yeah. Kalia, you do notice that he's looking at you.
You know, if I do remember, I am 10 feet tall at the moment,
Yes, you are.
so it's a little bit difficult not to notice me. And, I give a shaky wave and go, hey.
You recognize him as... Hold on. I have his name. Hold on.
It types in a bunch of letters randomly, and it just looks for the closest thing that looks like a word, like a
You
name.
know what? Fuck you, because fuck you. I put his name on the token. Solasus Arlo.
Nice. Trying to take notes.
We're not on a formal basis. We're in a formal basis, not an informal one. Wrong way around. Hey, Arlo, how you doing?
Kalia. I told you to call me by my first name.
Well, I'm. Anyway, what brings you here?
But
Solasus.
I'll give you the exception this time. But we're not here to talk about me. What are you doing here?
You know, she kind of just like thinking and is like, kind of have her hands behind her back. Study abroad? Question mark.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
You see the smallest smirk form on his face. Finding that a little funny. He then kind of looks between Miriam and Yuna, and his only his eyes are shifting around, and then looks back at you. Are you going to introduce me?
Yeah, sure. So, who's the closest one right now?
Between
I
Miriam
think it's me because you have me in your like water tentacles.
Yeah, I'm
You
holding
were like
you.
you were cradling me.
So she sort of just like holds Yuna out, like presenting it. So, like, you know how people will like hold swords to present people? I'm doing that with Yuna.
Oh.
Her horn, she has a pointy horn, so it's more like a spear. So we'll just, this
As you
is-
hold her out, he kind of you can see his finger kind of reach out to poke at the tip of her horn.
I pull it back before he touches? Question mark.
And you do so.
This is Yuna. Probably don't do that. That's a little bit rude.
He nods to you.
I point over to the dragon and the phoenix direction, and I'm like, the dragon is Cyrus, and the other one is Theo, and I look for Miriam, and that's Miriam, and wherever Koshka is. Oh wait, Koshka is like he ran all the way across the forest to the nearest plains. There's also another one. No idea where they're at. But they're Koshka.
You see him kind of mainly look between the group of you, and then look. He realizes and looks back that he realizes there's more. Excuse me. And then he looks back at Cyrus and Theo. Theo, what are you doing?
She's just glaring at this guy. Like, she's still her body's kind of still face towards Cyrus, but her head is directly looking at this guy.
Okay. As you look at him, you see these just eyes piercing, shooting daggers at you. And then you can see his head tilt ever so slightly, looking at Cyrus. Cyrus, who is just on the floor. Really quick, what did you call him by, Kalia?
At first I called him by his last name, Arlo.
No, Cyrus. You called
Yeah, I said Cyrus, didn't I?
Cyrus. Okay, yeah, making sure. He just kind of looks at Cyrus, who's just on the floor. Cyrus doesn't seem to be paying attention to that stranger.
I think it's better than saying, dragon.
No,
And
no, no.
that's dragon.
And that's dragon.
Or
and
his
that's Phoenix.
full name, you know.
Sorry, us.
Anyways, no. He then looks to you, Miriam. You can see him kind of inspecting you.
I just hold his gaze.
He pulls away and brings his attention back to you, Kalia. You know, your mother has been looking for you.
I was somewhat privy to the idea. So how's it going? Besides that.
It's going well, it's going well. May I roll me perception?
Me?
Dun, dun,
My
dun.
bum ass perception?
Yee.
TLDR,
You're
yeah.
looking
yeah,
for a
okay.
hurting.
Let me answer that for you, Marsh. Hell yeah, 9 gain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my passive, baby.
That's perfect.
I noticed
Wait, that's
nothing
your
new.
passive? So you rolled your passive?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Nice.
I have a -1.
You just see something
Look.
shifting behind him. You have no idea what you saw. Could have been just like your perception, kind of like your peripheral vision just kind of messing with you.
Just gonna... roughly how far away is he?
How close are you to Kalia?
Yeah, probably like 10 feet behind.
10 feet behind Kalia? Then you're 11 feet behind, in front of him.
Oh, dang, he walked way up. Okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
walked up to you guys.
And it was the shifting, like, right behind him or, like, still in the water?
Behind him, like directly behind him.
Okay, I'm just gonna start circling, like, not aggressively. He probably doesn't
No.
even give a fuck about me anyway, but I'm just gonna start circling.
I mean, what gave you that idea?
Yeah, he gives negative fucks, and
You're a
that's,
human,
that's
that's
the
why.
point. That's the point. I'm just curiously moving around.
Okay. You know,
I don't care what he says.
Sorry, I'm taking a bite. Why do you have that ridiculous form as he observes you, Kalia? Everyone can pretty much see that he's just in a rather concentrated conversation with Kalia strictly.
I have my reasons.
He raises a brow at you.
Mainly emergency reasons. But reasons nonetheless. So anyway, back to what I was asking. Or what are you doing here?
Okay. Your mother has been looking for you. Your siblings
Uh-huh.
have been looking for you. The ocean is a very interesting place right now. I, along with a few others, have been, you guessed it, looking for you. And it looks like I found you.
Well, you found me. That's great, and let the family know that I'm doing fine, doing well. So yeah.
Your well-being isn't too much of a concern. However,
Yeah, I didn't think it was either, but it's just hoping.
your return is rather important.
Sure. I mean, like, can't he just like say that you didn't see me or something? You know what I mean?
Okay, and let's say I didn't see you. What do I get out of it?
Shit, I really don't have any idea.
Did you actually say that?
Wait, give me a second.
Okay.
You know what?
You could give him one of your erotic books.
Did you know that man's into that?
No, she doesn't say it. Okay. I'm gonna. I was gonna look at. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go turn around and walk over to Miriam.
Miriam's probably halfway around him
Oh,
at this
she
point.
left. Oh god.
Yeah,
She
Oh my
wants you
god.
around.
His shoulder or something.
Only one that you're with is me. You're stuck with me.
Miriam's stalking around him, like hands in pockets, just like, what's over here?
I am going to dude, I honestly have no idea. The goodwill of me? It's not gonna work, I know it, but
Wait, what did you have?
I said the goodwill of me.
Julia.
You know, after being on the surface for a little bit, you know, there's a thing, you know, called as, you know, kindness or compassion.
When you're saying that, Colossus looks to Yuna, or to the young lady, quote unquote young lady you are holding,
Hey.
and just kind of hearing you speak up, Yuna, he just looks at you. Like his face is still fixed onto Kalia, but his eyes glance down to you.
You see the well, I mean, Kalia, do you look down at Yuna? You heard her calling your name.
I sort of hunch down and like, yeah, what's up?
Wait, you're not supposed to be here?
More or less.
Are you in trouble?
Possibly, but I'm trying not to be. So, hopefully things work out.
Well, you tell them the truth. You're helping me, aren't you?
I could do that. I could definitely do that. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Yuna.
Oh.
Anyway, so, yeah. Colossus at work?
As you bring your attention back to him, you see him kind of like he had looked behind him, and you had heard him mutter something. When you say his name, he changes his attention towards you again. You were saying?
I was saying that, I'm on a little bit of a sort of, what's the term? Quest? Mission? I don't know, something along the lines of that. To, help this, unicorn over here to find more unicorns. So I'm doing that now.
A unicorn.
Shit. And, I have been defending her for the last, week or so, no funny business.
You know, you had my curiosity when I had seen the group of you here.
Yeah, and you had my attention, and you're losing it. So, can we just come up with something fast now, soonish? I don't really want to be part of this anymore.
I want to know. I want to have documentation of each of you. Your names. As he kind of like looks you up and down, and then at you, Yuna. general descriptions, just so that I can keep note of that.
You just, Kalia, you feel Yuna kind of kind of grab on I guess one of your water tendrils, and she kind of shakes it a bit. She goes, "What is he talking about?"
So underwater we sort of have this bureaucracy going on, and he's a bureaucrat and he's kind of annoying.
Yuna's face is.
What's a bureaucracy?
What's up, Yuna? Bureaucracy? Frequency.
He's just a person who takes a lot of notes on things that shouldn't matter. Anyway,
He's
so
kind of
what-
making on the D&D text. He's kind of making this face at you guys.
Fucking smug bitch.
I'm glad Koshka isn't there.
Well, what do you mean? I'm just doing whatever pops into my head. He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know why, but I've just helped Chiru establish that the underwater politics is just a straight up bureaucracy, so that's fun.
Yeah, no, you're good.
What are the specifics? Salau? I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
No worries.
Salasis?
How about...
I'm just between the two, between you and me. You're not the best artist.
Though you may be right about that, I do need to gather information regardless. So how about we hold a little promise?
Okay, I'm seeing where this is going. I'm not liking it, but continue.
As you guys see him trying to continue the conversation, you hear behind him. I don't know if you guys heard that, like a gasp.
Mm-hmm. You heard it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see Colossus kind of tense up and then drop his shoulders and then kind of pinch the bridge of his nose. And he looks back. What is it? And you guys see Miriam at kind of head level with this little girl. Well, size-wise, she looks small, but clearly she is a little more than that.
Man, she got a tat. That's my first observation. Colossus, who's that behind you? Besides, I look over Miriam.
This is... And he moves out of the way, and you see the smaller girl, kind of, her hair dripping down. You see water still, falling off her hair despite being out of the, the ocean for some time now, and, she has these, let me show you the full picture.
Ooh.
This is what she looks like.
Ooh,
Spicy.
What is that?
pretty.
Siren question mark?
No, it's not a siren. You don't quite recognize her, Kalia. She's new to you. He moves out of the way and he kind of presents her, and you know how when you present someone or something, you kind of wave your hands and gesture to them. He does that. He gestures to her and says, "This is," and she quickly says, "Ayana. I'm Ayana."
Hearing the name, does it ring a bell or no?
No.
Lovely to meet you, Ayana. I'm Kalia.
Hello, Kalia. It's I think it's nice meeting you. Is it? And then she looks to Solostis and he says, "For the last time, you need to be referred to by your full name. None of this childish nonsense." Oh, okay. I'm Ayanafeth. I'm just I just wanted to see what all this was about.
Oh, okay. Well, not too much, unfortunately. I think my family is just being a little bit,
Dramatic, as you hear Solostis finish your sentence for you.
yeah, I mean, like, okay, wait, kind of feel bad if he's involved, but not so much the other two, and Mom,
I'm. Mhm.
no, it's fine, it's fine.
Well,
So your promise.
you see, well, you see Ayana kind of looking at Miriam and pretty shy. She kind of like awkwardly waves at you, Miriam.
Miriam's just kind of been looking her up and down. This is like a purely meta question, but did you like? You said that Silosis. You said he was a Leviathan,
Yes.
right? Okay. Would I be able to recognize that? Like, does he have scales that would ring a bell to me that would trigger that knowledge?
Roll me investigation.
Okay.
You know what they say? 9 gang.
I'm Mr. Average tonight. Let's go.
You don't quite get a close enough look on him to note that.
That sucks. Okay. As I like do a quick scan of Ayana, does anything catch my eye on with her? Either? Like
I kind of want to have you roll because this is a different thing you're investigating. Roll again.
okay. Alright. Ah, there we go. That's a little better.
Okay. Ayana is very
Oh!
very different. Like from you can't tell too much the details like from Solosis, but Ayana, you can just like from purely the glance, like you just see like they're very clearly two different people.
Okay.
And you can see like she has this certain aesthetic. Like she isn't just like any child. She's very important.
She's special.
She's very special. You like you get that from your role.
Okay. She kind of does a little wave. Miriam kind of returns it with like a little two-fingered salute. What brings you up here? Just following the lead of another.
She looks to Solosis, who is locked in conversation with Kalia, and she feels like this is her kind of opportunity to not listen to him. And she looks at you with a slight smile on her face, and she says, "I'm just well, he was gonna leave, and well, no, I mean, I'm kind of following him. I'm not supposed to."
Miriam sighs a little and falls back onto her butt on the sand.
You see that she kind of mimics you.
Blink. So, you don't really know what you're doing here?
While you're like talking to her, you see her kind of like running her webbed fingers through the sand, and like with both her hands, she just kind of like scoops up a lot of sand. And when she lifts it, the sand runs through her fingers, and she drops the sand, and she's just kind of looking at her body, like her hands, which are, you know, your hands get dry, and then the sand, like the particles cover the dusty particles just cover your hand, and she seems to just be in awe with that. And she does it again, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, you were saying?"
She just kind of shakes her head. Don't worry about it. You got more important things to do.
Wait, just came in case my roll 20 is being done, BRB. Okay, Atra. I don't get to, go out too often, and well, we're supposed to be going somewhere, and we kind of ran into, as she looks over to Kalia and them, we kind of ran into Kalia. It was, it's quite the adventure.
I would hope that we're not deviating you too far from where you're going. Seems like you have a little more reason to be going where you're going. We're just trying to do a little bit of good.
And who exactly are you all?
Just a group of people who've picked each other up, one way or another. I don't pretend to know them as much as they know each other. Just trying to make the world a better place, I guess.
It must be fun.
Depends what you call fun.
Back to Kalia and Colossus real quick. Colossus is, just kind of chuckling to himself a little bit, talking to Kalia. Says, "This is what I want. You have to promise me that you will be meeting me at a shoreline in the near future, so that I can get a proper description. And at least until then, I will not notify your family."
Will this meeting just include myself and you?
No.
My group
No.
and you?
Yes.
And there will be no other participants, correct?
What? You see, and this is looks. You see her start panicking, Kalia, right in your arms.
Oh, you know, it's fine, it's fine.
I need to go. And you see her disappear.
Hot second.
When that happens, you guys do see like Cyrus kind of like looking around because he heard that. Oh, wow.
Okay. As long as there's no one eavesdropping or someone who's not supposed to be around, just myself, the rest of the group, and yourself, then I will accept this promise. I think that's how that works.
Colossus is kind of looking out at the distance, looking at like the glittery silhouette that was left behind by Yuna. He kind of like lifts his hand to try to grab some of the glitter. As he
I
does,
whack his hand.
ow!
Rude.
He holds his hand and he's just like, "Was that necessary?"
Yes, that's rude. That's not your glitter.
Bitch.
I can only assume that that's a fair point. I think. You see
By
him
the
kind
way,
of holding his own
one
hand.
more question for you, DM. Ayana. So from Colossus, I know that he's representing the water dragons, essentially
Yeah.
TLDR.
Yeah. He's one of the more up there's, if not the most up there. You don't really like to spend too much time with him. He's annoying, as you can
He
tell.
is. He doesn't draw. He can't draw very well.
He's a terrible artist. He's good at stick figures.
Anyway, that promise aside, real fast, Colossus, I sort of whispered to him, I haven't heard of Ayana before, even when I was with Mother. Has she not been, as they say, presented yet amongst the rest of
He
the
kneels. Mhm.
amongst the rest of the water dragons yet?
He kneels down to her, well, like kneels closer to you because you're tall. He walks up closer to you and he
Oh, I'll shrink back down a little bit. I forgot about
Okay.
that.
All right, you're back to your regular size, and when he kind of looks at you and his face grimaces a little bit. He can kind of know he's not too big of a fan, but
It's called a disguise.
when you say that, his eyes roll a little bit, and then he kneels over to you so that he whispers only enough for the two of you to hear. Says, "She is the newly hatched water dragon, and I am here to take care of her. I was on the way to take her somewhere, and I ran into you."
Well, good job on priorities. You know, person you're supposed to take care of, and you decide to go off with the runaway Kraken over here. But you know, thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to raid Kraken, who has a mother trying to take over the ocean, but
Well,
regardless.
you know, it's a Kraken thing.
Yes,
She's
I
sort of-
understand, as he kind of speaks up. You Krakens and your territory and whatnot.
Yeah, but Glykif isn't as bad, and he's a little bit more reclusive. But you know, he's not that bad.
He's not one of my issues.
That's fair.
I constantly have to deal with you and your sisters, and especially your mother. Pardon me.
I mean, like, you don't have to deal with me. You just pretend that I'm not here. Remember?
Just... Your mother has been asking very much about you, and it is not something to ignore, but continue.
Anyway, just wanted to, I guess, get on the know. I don't really have any much information access to the ocean, so it's nice to hear about it.
Alright.
I'll go over to Ayana and I'll go ahead and say a formal greeting. Sort of in a hushed, quiet voice. She goes, hello, Ayana. Colossus recently told me about your predicament, and I thought I would
yes.
properly introduce myself as you are,
Oh.
newest hatchling for the water dragons. So,
Oh.
you, as the youngest Kraken among my family, I hope that perhaps we will get along.
So, you want to be my friend?
I would love to be your friend. I've made a few more friends here on the surface, and that's quite exciting for me. And so, what's one more?
Oh, she like stands up really quick. Koshka Theo, Miriam, roll me perception.
I'm
Heck
about to
yeah.
get consumed and assimilated by this thing.
She like stands up and like brushes herself, and you can just see like a bunch of like water just coming off of her as she's doing that, and you can see like this thin layer of water just kind of flowing down her. So it was unnecessary to brush herself, but she did that. And then she kind of like waves her hands a little bit, looks at her hands, and then looks at your hands, and like grabs one of your hands with both of them and like clutches them close. And she's just like, it's a real pleasure to meet you, Kalia.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ayana. I hope you don't mind if I just use your first name.
No, I don't mind at all. Also, it's not about the water, Koshka, but is it okay if I roll for you? If I can. Alright.
The delicious
Turns out the reason why he
-1
said
man.
-1 mod is
put-
because he actually has -1 in every single mod. Oh, that would suck.
Oh,
That's a dirty one, baby. That's a
Ooh.
dirty one.
Koshka, when you come back, you may or may not have fallen into a hole.
If Koshka fits, Koshka sits.
Koshka sits. You heard a sudden loud shriek, Koshka, and you got distracted and you fell into a hole. You may or may not be stuck.
If he's stuck, you kind of just gotta wait until somebody helps you out.
Colossus kind of, cause, Colossus walks towards you two and, looks ahead and sees Theo and Cyrus. But Cyrus, sorry, there's a lot of things to take into account. When Yuna had disappeared and left, Cyrus had taken note of that, and he got up and he started looking around. He starts to flap his wings, and as he starts to like somewhat take flight, Colossus kind of looks over and notices Cyrus and stares at him for a moment. Cyrus then just kind of flies up into the air and starts kind of going more inland to look for Yuna. Colossus will then try to grab your attention again, Kalia.
So we're just doing girl talk. I'm kidding. Sorry, Anna. Colossus is being a little bit annoying as he usually is. So can you give me a moment?
When you say that, she giggles. Yeah,
Alright.
of course, go for it.
I go ahead, stand up a little so I can, I kind of I guess I squatted down to be closer with her, I guess. I don't know. Was
Yeah.
she standing? Was
Yeah.
she standing? Okay, never mind.
She was on the ground, but then she stood up when you wanted to shake her hand.
Gotcha. Okay. So I turn to Colossus. I'm like, so you got your promise? I made a new friend. What else do you need?
Maybe I'll gather more information in the future once I drop off Ayanna. But Ayanna, I told you, just call me Ayanna. Oh, yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna say, ma'am isn't Ayana.
he face palms, like his hands dragging down his face. And when you say that, he just kind of like peeping through like his index and middle finger when you say that, glaring at you.
I'm not wrong.
The dragon, Kalia. What dragon is he?
Judging by the color of his scales, if you were, do you not even know what colors are? Are you that unartistic?
He like
Green.
he like makes a face. He makes. Oh man, hold on. I'll give you a face, but go ahead.
He's green, as you can see. He just flew away. His name is Cyrus. There you go.
When you say that, he narrows his eyes, looking towards wherever Cyrus flew off to, and then he says, Well, I'll be figuring out more when I see you again. But for now, I have to take care of Aina. See? Wasn't so hard. Yes, so it was very easy, thank you. Alright, well, I guess I'll maybe see you again, Kalia?
I would hope so.
Okay. She starts to walk back into the water, and Colossus follows behind her, looking back at you guys.
As he's walking back to the water, I'm gonna try to grab him by one of his legs and have him flop into the water.
Roll to attack.
Arcana or what?
You want to do it with water tendril?
Yeah, I'm in my human form, so it'd be water tendril.
Okay, then yeah. Go ahead and do
21.
Arcana. Let's see. Give me a sec.
Hey there, kitty. You want pets? I'll give you pets.
Oh my god. Fuck you.
Nat
You got him
20?
right on the money.
Ooh.
No, you got him. You
Ooh.
successfully describe what you want to do.
Okay. I grab his leg, pull him up into the air, and like sort of like, you know how you grab a fish by the tail and you like throw it somewhere? Do that with him.
You do that?
And then I turn around pretending like nothing ever happened.
When he like gets up from the water, you just hear like a Kalia as he's like fully aware and annoyed with you. And then he like, you know how when you smack at the water, it does like this little wave towards you?
Mhm.
He just swings his arm away, like kind of like backhanding the air, and it just like splashes water in your general direction.
Thanks, I really needed a refill on my reservoir right now as I grab it and put it into my dress, I guess. So I have like a little bit more. It's a little bit longer now, so it goes past the knees.
Yeah. As he fixes his hair and then just walks back into the water angrily staring at you.
Why is he so mad? It's where he lives.
Alright. Wow, that went a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, sure.
That went I was expecting other
Chaos.
things. Much more chaos.
I
Oh, there's chaos, alright.
There's chaos brewing. Depending on his promise, they could have gone one of two ways, depending on what he was wanting me to do.
Is Oh, you're not playing. I don't think. Oh, sad.
Sedge. Why did I echo? Wait, what? Why am I echoing to myself? Oh.
What the fuck? I didn't put that. I did not put that. Rude.
Hurry, music, you can do it.
Minecraft.
I was trying to put a particular. Okay, enough with the nonsense. There we go. I like that one. What are you rolling a d100 for, Theo?
For numbers.
Just numbers?
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, you get wow. That encounter went a lot better than I expected. You guys rolled an 8 and 11. You got
Not enough to notice anything.
Did the encounter go better for you or for us, Chiru?
for you guys. You Theo, you notice Cyrus definitely like taking off out of the blue. Miriam, you notice Yuna and you heard like you heard a rather loud pitched sound, a high pitched sound. Kind of coming from the, because you noticed Yuna had disappeared, and you eventually heard like a high pitched sound, but you're not entirely sure like no, well, you know the direction. It's in like a general direction. You can't pinpoint it though.
Alright. I'm just gonna, the moment I hear that sound and I see Cyrus start to make moves, I'm gonna just book it in the direction of the sound and also keep a note of whatever direction he's flying.
Okay.
Keep in mind, booking it for me is not very fast.
No, yeah. Thank you. Fio, what are you doing?
I had like when Cyrus like took off, she did like look at the direction he went, but she then turned her attention to the guy as he had before he like left, and then she just kept watching and kept her distance. But
You notice, at least instinct-wise, he's a little spoopy. Like, in regards to, like, animalistic instincts, you're just like, Makes you want to fight him.
Going to approach Colleen.
Oh, yeah, really quick. You guys go ahead and have your role-playing in just a second. Atra, I don't know if you heard me, you fell in a hole.
Yep.
Would you like to get out?
Is there water in the hole? It's a simple yes or no question.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna say there was, and then you brought it to my attention, and now I want there to be water in the hole. So yes, you rolled a...
Fuck. Then yes, I am trying to get out.
The dirtiest one.
It's like, you know that hole in, like, Winnie the Pooh where they go into the house and, like Winnie the Pooh gets stuck in the hole? Like, that's you.
Like I was... Okay, look, he got a dirty one, not a nat one.
But it is a 2. It was... Like, if it was a nat one, he'd be stuck
It's
in a
also a
puddle.
hole near a beach. Like,
Yeah. I think that would make sense. It's not like I have you, like, being waterboarded.
Once again, if there's water, I am trying to get away from it.
Okay, roll me, I guess an athletics?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not too bad.
Hey! Yeah, you do that thing where, like, you press both of your feet against the walls of the hole, and you, like, cartoon, like, try to, like, kick yourself out of there. And as you're trying to, like, push your hands against the ground, one of your hands, out of the 4, one of your hands slips and, like, lands in the water, getting your paw wet, and you just, you know, like, you you don't pay attention to this too much, but you do hear like a like a muffled, like it doesn't make sense, but if you'd pay attention to that. Koshka, you eventually get yourself out though. Go ahead, Hime.
No, I'm getting in character. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It might even spook you, you know. Actually, now that you mention it.
Oh, it spooked me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Asha.
Hey, Craig.
Once I'm out, I'm just gonna sit there and room myself, waiting for anyone else to approach me.
You're waiting to be approached?
Yep,
Not to approach?
You're approaching me.
correct.
You're gonna take note of that audacity?
Yep.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. um, Miriam, when you say you're booking it, how fast would you say you're going? Like 10 feet per?
I'm
6
going
seconds?
full speed, which for me is 40 whole feet.
40 whole feet. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
That's full speed, baby. That's the dash action.
Perfect. You do that. Fio, go ahead with Kalia.
Yeah, she looks up to Scalia. Her arms are crossed, and she's like, "Who's that?"
That was Colossus. Part of the bureaucracy of dragon, water dragons. So that's fun. Apparently, which is not surprising but still annoying. I have some familial issues, going on that he informed me of. So yeah. Yeah. I no idea what to do from here, but we'll see.
Have you seen him again?
Yeah.
Should we kill him?
No. Doing that would probably incite a lot of fish things attacking land. Probably. And I don't think anybody wants to deal with that. So all we're just gonna do is we're gonna meet up with him eventually at some point, maybe. And he's gonna do some cattle logging or note taking or whatever job he has. That, yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
How are you doing, Theo, after that?
Well, Cyrus went to go talk to Yuna, I hope.
Oh my goodness, I almost completely forgot. Oh my goodness. What did you see which way Cyrus went?
Yeah, still pointing in the direction Cyrus went, and then...
We should probably follow along. She was... Colossus said something and Yuna freaked out, and I hope she's okay.
Well, Cyrus is looking for her, and they need to talk.
Okay. Do you have any idea where Koshka is?
She shrugs.
Ah, gotcha.
I'll look for her.
Oh, okay. Miriam... And she's gone too.
Hey, take it. Nobody just likes the ocean.
I mean, like, I like the ocean. It's a nice place. It's just other things that are in the ocean that I don't necessarily want to deal with.
Is that why you're avoiding it?
Yeah, I mentioned something about family issues that I don't want to be a part of. Which I'm very much a part of, regardless of however I feel, of course. But, that's besides the point. So there's that. And apparently my family is looking for me, which is annoying, but not much I can do. Yeah, underwater societal reasons.
Like?
Something along the lines of controlling territory. So there's that. And then there's water dragons. They're doing their own thing. And can we just walk and talk? Oh, that rhymed.
He's going to go look for Cusco.
Oh, okay. I will go in the last direction that you pointed that Cyrus is. And walk alone, I guess, because you're gonna fly and find Koshka.
Well, she's walking.
Oh, okay, she's gonna walk. I was completely okay with just on my lonesome, but okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh, go ahead. Continue.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Theo, you're gonna be looking for Koshka, and Kalia, you're gonna be looking for Cyrus, essentially.
Yeah, because Cyrus is probably gonna find Yuna before we find
Yes.
her.
So you make your way towards the direction pointed.
Completely wrong direction.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding,
Theo,
I'm
you
joking.
point. I was gonna say, like, wait, Theo, you pointed it out, right?
Yeah.
And
She
you were
did,
doing
she
it
did.
for shits and giggles. Okay. All right. Theo, roll me Poiception.
Poise.
Ah. Well, you start walking off to look for Koshka. A little difficult for you is you kind of you're just a tad preoccupied with some of the thoughts. This creature, sudden fishing attacking land, like with the little bit of information that you gathered, like this sounds, kind of insane, even compared to like the amount of lives and adventures that you've been through. Like this sounds insane. As you're taking all of that in, you look towards, you look ahead of yourself and you manage to find a rather like disturbed trail, which you can assume is possibly Koshka. Do you choose to follow?
Are the tracks Cat Lake?
What's your passive? Is there that's a passive investigation, right?
There can be.
Yeah, there is.
It's 10 plus your investigation mod.
It's just 10.
I want to say that you've been with Koshka enough where you're just like, yeah, they look like cat tracks. Yeah, That's probably it.
No, so just follow the trail.
Alright. You fall into a trap and die. No. You continue your path and you eventually like come across what looks like a hole in the ground. A rather big hole. And you see Koshka grooming herself.
What are you doing?
Getting away from water.
It's just. Why are you afraid of water?
You see her wiggle her ears a bit, and she whips her tail around in front of her. Do you know any cats that like water?
Yeah.
They are not smart cats.
Catfish.
Fucking hell.
You see her literally do
You
that,
just see-
that castle reaction that I always post.
No, Fio just pulls out a random ass fucking iPhone and she starts showing you videos of cats swimming in water.
I want to see a Koshka gif of that.
I'd have to commission it, but I'm so down to do it.
Oh.
Ooh, nice one.
Hmm? We can hear you, Keen.
Hello, Kimi?
Uh-oh.
We heard that.
I think maybe she can't hear us.
Kimi, 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 Kimi.
Money, 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 money. Kimi.
Kimi!
Ooh.
Hime, do the thing.
Babu!
One of my favorite things. Oh, it worked!
It always works.
The summoning has been complete.
We no longer need the goat. Put it back.
The Kimini.
You no longer have to sacrifice any more D&D characters. Kimi is back.
I mean, like, Botch already lost a few limbs. What's a few more?
He lost his arm more than once! Please! Dude, I love Botch. Anyways, Koshka was saying that the cats that you mentioned are dumb cats, and you said they're catfish.
Oh, the visitor we had is no longer here, so. I guess we
Servus
continue
visitor?
Fish boy.
Is Collius still there?
Not in your line of sight, no.
Oh, okay. Then she just shrugs.
deciding to have Kalia take us underwater to meet her parents.
I have never agreed to this, nor will I ever.
You're not here.
You're right.
It has been fun, but
Like
I
it,
suppose
like if
this
everyone
is
wants
where
to
I
be
leave.
eaten.
Oh no.
She just comes over and like pat your head and fucking hit you. And then she just like,
Thank you, love. Ooh, this chicken pot pie looks nice.
and then
Okay.
she's gonna just walk towards the direction Cyrus had run into on her left.
Koshka follows.
Okay. Hi Lily. We are doing some D&Ding. Welcome, welcome. You guys start kind of making your way towards the direction that Cyrus had gone. And I'll just give it to you. You know, it's only been like a few dozen minutes. Or a dozen minutes or so, I should say. And as you make your way towards there,
I didn't mean to do that. No, you're fine. Keep.
oh, okay.
I did it, dum.
Oh, I'm sure you did fine. As you guys make your way there, I want to say that Kalia, you moved quick enough to run into Miriam. Because Miriam is slow girl.
Oh,
Dang, even that much of a head start, I can't get away? Damn. I
You
was
just-
going faster than their walking speed, and I still can't get away.
nah, dude.
I
You
was
just see Kalia
running,
just
man.
talking through the entire through the forest and shit.
I was fucking running.
Actually-
I get no credit.
Now that you mention it, I made an assumption. Was Kalia running? Was she dashing?
Yeah, she'd probably be being quick as possible after seeing Yuna just disappear like that.
Okay, so yeah. Then I want to say like you guys arrive at the same time, and you guys can hear a lot of not just crying, but like wailing and some screaming, like panic. You hear and you can recognize it as Yuna.
Just bomb rush it. Let's see. Hold on. Am I too concentrated on the situation to realize that that there's a Miriam possibly in my way? That's pretty average. So I'll leave it up to the DM side.
Rolls a 3. Yeah, pretty average. Average, baby.
Yeah,
You run past Miriam and you like graze her shoulder with your, or like the side of her arm with your shoulder. You think you
just
might have
wet
run
now?
into like a tree. Yeah.
just wet
You-
now?
now, Miriam, you just have like water dripping off your shoulder there.
Okay.
Yuna.
As okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get there. Okay.
No, you guys are there. She just ran past you. Like you guys got there. You're within like a 10-foot like radius.
I think
Of
about
her.
it this way: you're running, you get there, you kind of like pause for a bit trying to track Yuna, and then you just see Kali just running past you,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
even stopping. I'm guessing. That's my guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming you just book it. So yeah, you like raise Miriam's shoulder.
Okay. I'm just gonna basically stop, and I'm gonna get keep myself distanced away from everyone who's probably crowding around Yuna.
When I get there, do I also see Cyrus?
Yeah, you see Cyrus is attempting to comfort her as he's kind of like sitting on all fours and reaching his hand out towards her, but not doing anything. You can see that Yuna is holding on to her hair and kind of like pulling at it. She's hiding within herself. You both see that.
I kind of slow down and stop calling out Yuna's name. Sort of lost on what to do.
And Cyrus is just trying to get your attention, Yuna. He's kind of like reaching his hand and ever so lightly like places like 2 of his fingers onto your shoulder.
You can see that she's getting very rough as like she kind of moves around and she's like, "No, please stay away from me! Stay away!"
And as soon as you say that, Cyrus does pull away from her and keeps back. Cyrus looks back to Miriam and Kalia. How close is Kalia?
Kali's definitely keeping about 7 to 10 feet away of distance.
Cyrus is gonna approach you and he's gonna say, I think I'm just going to end up scaring her more.
Are you sure that you don't want to try? It's not like she specifically said your name.
He looks at you and then looks at himself, like at his claws and his just himself in general, and he looks back to you, Kalia, and he frowns.
I'd like to insight Yuna in order to see if she's saying, if she was saying stay away, get back, as in you get away from me, or just get away from me. You know what I mean? A different emphasis.
Yeah. Roll
Subtle
insight.
difference.
Rolling insight. Nat 1, baby. Dang it.
Wow.
Juicy 24.
Dang.
Thick.
Dang it.
You have a pretty good idea. Oh, Hime, you can go ahead and
Tell him.
yeah.
Okay, Kalia, you get a sense of, you see her, like, from what you heard, and then her crying, and you see her, like, almost violently, aggressively trying, like, to hold on to her head. You can tell that she was pleading for him to stay away out of concern, out of something she might do. She's not okay right now. She's not herself.
Gotcha. Cyrus, maybe you noticed this before me, but she is not saying that at you. She's not telling you to get away from her. She's telling you to she's not telling you to get away from her. She just doesn't want us to be with her. I think she's scared, maybe? It's not you. Try a little bit harder.
He grunts and
I mean, Cyrus, between the both of us, you've spent more time with her.
but I've never seen her. I've seen her scared, but this is different. But I'll do my best.
Thank you, Cyrus. Well, not thank you. I shouldn't say thank you. You got this, Cyrus. You got this, Cyrus. And if you need any help, let me know. Give him a pat on the back.
He, when you do that, he looks to Yuna and approaches her and gets as close as he did last time. And he places, as gently as he possibly can, he grabs Yuna's hand with his own hand, like, what, one hand, the one he's closest to, and kind of tries to have her, instead of holding her hair, hold his hand. And just see how that plays out.
When he grabs onto her hand, he see like she hasn't stopped crying. She's still in her hysterical and breathing, like hyperveiling. You see as you try to pull her hand away that it's grabbed on tightly to her hair. It's very aggressive.
Yuna, please.
I said to stay away! I can't control myself!
Yuna, we're here for you. Yuna, please, I don't know what to do. I'm trying.
Can I try making a whiz save?
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you. Let's go, Yuna, come on.
You are still recovering, but you're still you're still on the hysterical side, but it's gonna take you a little time. But the words got through to you.
Yeah. You see that her crying starts coming to a slow, but she's still crying. You hear her small whimpers. Her hand slowly, you feel the tenseness in her hand starting to shake, and as she slowly lets go of her hair.
Yuna, just... I'm sorry. You see him kind of like clutching his claws a little bit. He clutches his claws into a fist and then opens them again, looking at his claws, and he looks at you. And see, though he seems nervous about this, he reaches over and around you and pulls you into a hug.
You're still kind of like crying, but you see that she's kind of gone. Like the tenseness is still around her body, but it's slowly leaving it. And you feel her as she's still in this crying hysteria mode, but it's calming. It's calming down.
He just continues to hold you and doing his best to just keep you safe. Like, his hands are pressed against you, but his claws are not making contact with you, or trying not to.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't control it.
We don't expect you to control anything, Yuna.
I'm not okay. I'm not alright. It's driving me crazy.
You remember the time we met? Do you remember the first thing I tried to do was to eat you? I couldn't control myself. And you, someone who didn't even know me, helped me to control that. Yuna, we don't expect you to know and control yourself, but we're here to at least to try and help you.
What could help me? What can help? I did this to myself. Please, it's not your fault. I can see it. She's still crying.
He's gonna just keep holding you, and depending on the fact he's holding you, relying on the fact that you are calming down. And as that time does pass, I know, I'm assuming you want to say something, but eventually Fio and Koshka, you guys, with the sound of the cries, you do catch up with the rest of the group. Go ahead, Yuna.
Oh.
If you have more that you want to say.
Yeah, the last thing she's gonna say is, it's something in me. It's making me act like this. Please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry for all the stuff I've said.
Is it is her arm like still
Bandaged.
is her arm, yeah, is it?
I believe
like-
yeah, they were
I rebandaged
taken-
it.
yeah, they were rebandaged by Miriam.
Okay.
So you can see that you just see the bandaged arm, but you don't see like blood or anything like. There's nothing staining the bandages though.
Yeah, she's going to walk over to the she's gonna walk over to Cyrus and Ian, and she's going to then point at the bandage arm.
Who are you pointing? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, to the bandage.
I'm sorry.
Like, well, she just kind of just walks there and then like just points at the bandage arm, and then she's going to look at just the group and stuff. It's like it looks like whatever Cyrus was inflicted with, Yuna have it now.
Cyrus just glances over to you, Theo. He's afraid to disturb. Excuse me. He's afraid to disturb Yuna's comfort or continuing comfort, and he just glances to you.
So maybe we should do something about the arm.
Do you suggest we remove it?
Or like a poison, suck it out.
Cyrus just kind of... He's confused by your proposal.
I'm suggesting if it's infecting what's inside of her, then we get it out by force. I'll just get to the skin and suck whatever is inside of it.
Cyrus became a little distracted and then finally began to pay attention to you, Theo. And then he says, maybe we should try something. Maybe we can try this later. Just, she needs time.
How much time?
She just needs time.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't spread.
Kalia,
C.
is there anything that you want to do here?
C. No, I'm kidding. Not particularly.
Can I
She's
use,
definitely
like-
gonna give Yuna some distance.
Go ahead, Theo.
I'm going to kind of use like my prime evil awareness as an action. I can expend a spell slot to sense if there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiend, or undead present in the area. Let's see if
Well, got dragon check.
Can you put it on here for me? And what is it you want to do? Like, what exactly is it that you want to do?
She
with
wants
it?
to discern what if this thing is some type of entity or like some type of, I don't know, maybe some, like some energy of something.
Okay, so you want to do this how, though? Within a mile?
Mhm.
Oh, wow, 6 miles in favor terrain. Too bad you're near the ocean.
Yeah, right.
Does that make it a 1/6 of a mile? I'm kidding.
It would just be 1 mile.
I know, I mean, I was just joking, because you're in, like, the opposite of your favorite terrain. Would it be a 1/6 of a mile? But I wouldn't do that to you. Unless I
mean,
wanted to.
we're on the beach. It's not like we're over the ocean.
All of a sudden, there's a tsunami. No.
Goodbye, Koska. Super.
Immediately, bye, Koshka. Okay, you want, like, do you want to do this now, or do you want to wait for them to calm down?
Yeah, see. I mean, if they're moving, then we're moving, but.
No, at the moment, at least from what I've been informed, which isn't, too much because we're still in the midst of role-playing, you guys haven't been moving. Cyrus is just comforting Yuna right now.
Yeah, she'll just do it just to sense anything and see if she can get any, like, form of, like, feeling.
So, like, right here, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. You do that.
Yes, she's going to. Yeah, it's only like 6 seconds. It's like sense.
Okay. So you're looking for, let's see, hold on, to sense whether any aberrations, celestial dragons, elements, fays, fiends,
Or undead.
Hold on. You do not sense an aberration or celestials. You sense a dragon.
Unicorns, maybe.
In regards, if we're transferring this to like more traditional D&D, then you do. Well,
This is Cheers D&D.
Then what would what would a unicorn be?
I'm.
This ain't
Hold
this
on.
ain't D&D. This is CNC.
Hold on.
She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Hell yeah.
You die, you die.
Rock salt.
Let's see.
A big boulder lands on your head. The end.
You take 8 trillion points of bludgeoning damage, but I have resistance to 20 trillion. Oh, fun.
I have.
Wait, can it be a dexterity saving throw?
DC 50.
Oh, natural 20.
DM, I'm immune to bludgeoning damage. It also deals another 100 billion in lightning damage.
And plus 10 to psychic damage. There we go.
And plus 10 to psych.
Okay. Okay, so when you sense, let's take Cyrus for example. If you sense the dragon, what do you sense?
Like that there's a dragon in the area.
So you just sense a dragon. It doesn't do it of a degree of anything.
No, just there's a dragon. Like you know,
Doesn't
there's a
reveal
dragon.
location or number. So even if there were 6 dragons, she wouldn't know. She just knows that there's dragon.
There's dragons here, or there's dragon. Here.
Okay, so let's say there are like those 6 dragons. You couldn't
Mhm.
tell how many they were. There are.
Yeah.
You just know dragon. You know
Let's
there's
say-
at least one.
Let's say there's one at one end of the mile and one at the other. She couldn't tell.
No.
All right. Well, you sense unicorn. You sense dragon. Oh, and technically speaking, you also sense a fiend. But, yeah, well, yeah, no, you don't know location. I guess you would also sense an elemental. Yeah, you also sense an elemental.
Besides myself.
Beside yourself.
Okay.
Actually, you sent. Never mind, you can't. There's no numbers to this, so never mind. Go ahead, Etra. An elemental aberration. Damn it, I messed it up. Never mind.
You sense some shit.
You sense.
Fuck it.
Yes,
It now you does and now it now
Declaration.
elementals.
Leah.
You sense an equilibrium. You pretty much checked off 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6. No, 7.
Yeah, that tracks.
You sense 4 out of the 7 on your list. You sense dragon. You sense celestial. In regards to the definition here, fiend and elementals, including or disregarding yourself. Fiend is more along the lines of, because I looked it up. A fiend is devil, demon, great wickedness, maliciousness, a person extremely devoted to pursuit or study. Wait. Oh, a fanatic
Fiendin'.
of golf. Yeah.
Wait, a fanatic of golf?
A
No.
person, it's just a golf fiend. It's just saying like a person extremely devoted to a pursuit or study. I just love that. A devil, a demon, a great wickedness and maliciousness. A person extremely devoted.
Um,
But since you can't put a number to that, Kimi, I can't tell you.
Yeah. He's just staring at the yard. I mean, I can just bite it.
Cyrus kind of like whips his tail between you and him. Between Theo and himself. And he says, "We'll take care of this later."
Where are we going?
Right now, nowhere. We're going to take a break, especially after a long flight.
What's around us?
Say that again?
What's around us?
You guys are in like the thicker part of a grove. There's a few more trees and like bushes and grass and stuff.
She's gonna
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's gonna go look for food.
You do that.
Yeah, she's gonna just sprout wings and kind of just take like a harpy form.
Okay.
And then she's gonna like, look for food.
You do that. You can roll me a perception for food. Koshka. Cyrus nods to you. Is there anything you want to do for the break? Or like prior to your rest, Koshka? Okay. Kalia.
Kalia's just gonna go ahead and look through her special magic book. At the same time, trying to make sure she keeps an eye on Yuna, checking up every once in a while to make sure that she's a-okay. Or
Okay.
relatively a-okay.
You make your way over to Cyrus and you kind of remove the satchel that's over his neck to get your book. He obviously allows you to do this, and you sit on the opposite side of Cyrus, beside Yuna, and then you start looking into your book for what is it exactly?
She was just sort of doing a general reading, I guess. She's not really looking for anything specific this time because she already tried to look for the black shit, but she couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
She read up a little bit on phoenixes from that book, and she read up. Let's go ahead and go with a reading on Displacer Beast, if there's any.
Roll me an what do we do for like searching, like investigation?
Yeah, you could go with that.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Nat 1.
And we'll do this for both books.
You want the one roll for both books, or two books?
Roll
Is you
the first, like without which is the first book you get? Like just which one did you want to look at first?
my main magic one.
Okay.
I also don't. Was the other book in pertaining to, or is it just general mythic beast? The second one. Are you talking about the one that I got from the bookstore?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
it's the only one.
okay. So you have a torn tattered book from Yuna. You have
Oh,
your
yes, I
main
do.
book from the one that you stole and learned to spell. And you have your smut books, and you have the Phoenix book.
Gotcha. Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
I'm kind of mad because I can't remember what the other book's name was.
Kalia, can you make a strength check?
A strength check?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh my god, Miriam.
Ghost.
You suddenly get shoved away from Cyrus and Yuna, face into the ground. Book landing before, like ahead of you. It just kind of slides away from you a little.
I go ahead and grab my book and put it into my bag before looking to see why I was pushed.
You look around and you don't see anyone really close enough except for Yuna and Cyrus. Yuna, yeah, you just see Yuna and Cyrus. Kali, what happened?
I don't know, and I am just gonna sit back down and go back to what I was doing.
Cyrus looks to be on guard, especially after that. He starts to look around. He then starts to hold Yuna a little tighter.
She's just gonna go ahead and grab her book again.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna go ahead and grab a different one this time. Grabbing... We're gonna go ahead and scroll through the book that Yuna gave me one more time.
Alright.
See if that just has any information. She's not particularly looking for anything.
In the first book, you kind of went through the pages. You, for the most part, know the book relatively well, but when you thought about Displacer Beast, it's kind of, it didn't quite ring a bell in regards to the book. So as you're scrolling through the book, you don't immediately see anything off Displacer Beast, and especially after what just happened, you just kind of like, okay, I looked in this book, I'm gonna look in this one, because this other one is definitely gonna take more concentration since it's a really tattered up book.
Okay. So do you want me to roll investigation again or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Playing with a kitty with claws and it's terrifying. Whoops, wrong one. Investigation. 14.
You find this book to be, of course, more difficult to search through. You see a lot of like, bless you. Oh, was that? Anyways, you see a lot of ruined pages and information regarding like not transfer of magic, but how to mainly how to possess these magical items. And by which, and the only one that I'll give you through your search is essentially now you have more or less knowledge on how to procure a unicorn horn from said unicorn.
I slammed the book shut, I put it back in my bag, and I'm gonna start reading smut. Bye!
You do that. Alright, and Miriam, you're just kind of stepping away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm disappointed.
Theo, you do the hunt. You do the hunt and you success.
I feed.
You do that. You definitely do that. You feed on. You get a crab. You find a crab and you catch it with your talons, and you don't. It's kind of weird, but you figure it out. It's pretty good. Plot twist. Shut up. Fucking Atra.
Not a plot twist, but she's not denying it.
It's not it. I looked up pictures and the first thing I saw was a crab. That or a wreck.
That
It's
is a
fish. It was a bunch of fish. Fine, you find a
Crabs
turtle.
and
No, I'm
fish.
kidding. You get
What
a
the fuck
crab.
are
Kiwi.
turtles?
They're shelled bibbies.
Yeah, but what category do they fall under? Or are they just turtles?
Aren't they amphibians? Yeah, turtles are amphibians. Yes, they are amphibians.
I guess.
Wait, what? The turtles live in around water.
You know how we got mammals and we got, reptiles,
No, apparently they're reptiles, not amphibians.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Some
right.
swim.
They're reptiles, not amphibians. I have that stupid movie that gets me confused. Not stupid. It's a great movie.
Amphibians are
Over
just
the Hedge.
animals who can swim and who can live in water and can live on land.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not just
for
can,
sure.
but primarily do that.
Well, the thing is, have you ever seen Over the Hedge?
No.
It's a movie where there's a turtle as a character, and he's like the smart, voice of reason. And then, so dumb that I'm describing this. Pretty much there's this exterminator, and he's looking for all the creatures, including said turtle. And then he's like, "There's an amphibian," and then the turtle goes to reptile. He's like, "No, reptile." We have to watch that movie. It makes sense when you watch it. I'm sorry.
Raccoon best friend.
Let me see if I can find it. That's on Hulu. Fuck that. Fuck you, Hulu. Hulu Premium sub.
It's like Stella.
Yeah, the Stella. You have that?
I might have to join up after because Rachel's family is watching a movie at the moment. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
join
for
them
sure.
after this.
Alright, so you do your hunt,
And then she'll fly back and land in a tree.
okay. Close to the group or no?
Yeah, just near the group.
Relatively close to the group. Okay.
Mm.
Are you in flames?
Yeah.
Yeah? That poor tree. Okay. Let's see. Alright, is everyone willing to pretty much take a break right now?
I
Okay, yeah,
think
sure.
Miriam walked off.
Yes, she did. Like an actual, sorry, in-game long rest, essentially.
I'm down. As long as not
Long
Miriam.
rest. Holy moly. Okay.
Don't worry. I mean, Miriam, are you willing to return to the group, or
I didn't go far. I just
how far? How close are you?
so is there any cover? I assume there's trees, right? And,
Absolutely.
yeah. So she basically went 30 feet away because she didn't want to look at him anymore. She was disappointed.
Yeah.
I pounce there.
Roll stealth.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
Okay.
You... Do you really not want to pounce her?
Doing.
Miriam, roll perception.
You don't see a flame.
Sure, I'm not gonna see it.
Watch you get an... Oh.
Oh, 9 gang? 9 gang?
I mean, the
Oh,
reality
boy.
of it is that when I'm rolling -1s, it's just rough.
Miriam, you just kind of like catch wind of something, and you look to your right, you look to your left, and then something comes at you from your right.
Does it like hit me? Do I know it's Theo?
Are you speaking?
Theo, what
Is it
exactly do you do?
hot?
I'm assuming you actually pounce her.
Yeah.
You are currently pounced by a phoenix who, mind you, has a body of warm flames.
Mm-hmm. So she
you're
like
assuming that
latches
people
onto
have
me?
reason.
Kimi?
Do you
you
like
latch-
latch onto me or just like smack me?
Just smack.
She just, as you do so, she just shakes her head some more and is gonna walk further away.
She's gonna fall.
You get no acknowledgement of your existence.
Well, where are you going?
A little bit of peace and quiet.
And you picked the wrong group.
There's like a notable intake of breath, and she just keeps walking.
She will continue to follow.
Are you guys pretty much making it to like the riverside? I mean the god damn it, the ocean side? Okay. Oh my god, ocean man.
Oceanside and take me back.
Oh my god.
I love
Yeah.
that song, man.
You guys keep doing that, I guess.
Well, she'll eventually ask him, like once he like stops someplace, she'll eventually ask like if she knows anything about what's going on with Unicorn.
You seem to know quite a lot yourself. Why do you need me anyway?
Because you seem to have a thing for vials and potions and poisons.
You seem to have a thing for taking other people's liberties with knowledge. When the time's right, I'll do what I can.
So you do know.
I can't do anything now.
It has something to do with Cyrus's corruption.
Don't ask questions you already know the answer to.
What did you give him?
Oh shit, it's murder time.
I gave him what I was told to be unicorn blood, that his nose identified as unicorn blood. As I have already explained to everyone multiple times. Any more repeat questions?
You gave him,
don't have time for this. You're hunting.
She
Kimi?
just-
Oh.
Oh.
Nothing, go ahead.
You say, right. So, where did you find this uniform blood?
The others, I've told them enough. Better yet, you can ask Cyrus. He watched me get it.
Hello?
Did I die?
Can you hear
Again?
us?
No, I died.
Oh.
No, Kim can hear anything.
When you say that, she just... Ask the others. I've told them enough times. Better yet, you can ask Cyrus. He actually saw me get it.
Why are you being so distant?
She looks at you, you see, like, one corner of her lip is kind of pulled back. Because I need time away from you and everyone else. Because I am different from you.
Because you're human?
Sure. We'll say that's why. When Yuna's sensible again, you owe her an apology. Keep that in mind.
She is endangering herself, and she might be endangering others.
You don't think she knows that?
So keeping it a secret is wrong to you.
We're done here.
You're gonna just turn away. We'll see what unicorn blood actually looks like soon enough. She's gonna just walk away.
Alright. As you guys go to your sleeping designations, I'll just give it to you guys. There is there is Cyrus beside Yuna. He seems to have kind of fallen asleep directly beside her, like sleeping against a tree. His tail protectively wrapped again around the both of them. Yuna, I'm assuming, is asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Yuna as well sleeping. Kalia, where would you like to be?
She probably wouldn't have moved because she doesn't really need to move. Whoops, that is a toy attacking my microphone. What time is it, did you say?
At this point, I want to say it's like nighttime, 8 p.m. essentially.
Okay, yep, sure. She'll be asleep.
Okay. Yeah, you going through reading your books, you kind of fall asleep against your head against the satchel. Like, you know how like when you're on your phone, like belly down against the bed, and you're just like looking at your phone. That's kind of what you were doing. You just fell asleep, your book kind of laid out before you and your face against your satchel. Koshka resting up in a tree, and Theo, you said you wanted a tree?
Yeah, she'll be in a tree.
Okay.
And, she'll be just like, just in sight of, like, Yuna and Cyrus.
Okay. And Miriam?
I'll take my rest on the ground somewhere, and then I'll just do my normal thing.
Okay. In the midst of the night, Koshka.
Zoomies.
Oh. Take it away.
No. No.
Her back's against a tree, and she's slumped in a position of what could be asleep. As you kind of sit down, and as you start to sniff after a couple moments, you hear just a faint chuckle. You're observant. So I've been told. What better time than the present? We don't have any hard knowledge. It's all theories. Revolver on the fact. They revolve around the fact that I can take it from her. I didn't extract much the first time. Hasn't affected me yet. So
All I have to work with is that I can take it. Maybe. As far as I know, but it seems to be growing as well. She's worse than she was when she first took it. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, she just said maybe, I don't know. The problem is that she doesn't want me to take more. She wouldn't let me even if I tried. But I don't know. Maybe. If one theory is correct, it means nothing. If another, you don't want me to have it. One is that it's something that's closer to me than it is to her. Another is that it's a control mechanism. Something used to keep track and control, spread, multiply, enslave. Makes sense, yeah. Wait and see if whatever it is has an effect on me. If it's minor or severe, at the very least it's information.
Koshka, as you look back to do so, you notice a certain dimmed someone reaching for your bag.
Yes, you. Does you want your sword? And then she, like, kind of just nods to the two too. They can continue, and then she's gonna walk off.
Brings us to option 3. Which is I try and take it without permission. There's this cracked smile. Sounds homey. Depends on the circumstance. I can try. Certainly would be nice. Probably a good idea. She has an idea about getting unicorn blood.
Give me a minute. Can I just say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Miriam.
She is
I
so
fucking
much
love-
fun.
I
great.
love Miriam.
I love her too. Too bad she's gonna get murked.
I mean, what do you mean?
It's all intelligence, no wisdom.
Theo walks over quietly to the sleeping pair before kneeling over Yuna and placing the blade over Yuna's arm and attempts to make a small cut.
Ah.
You make a small incision, Theo, on Yuna's arm. Where are you making this incision? Kimi?
On her forearm.
On her like where? Just like, are you doing it like over the bandages, just on a spot on the forearm?
Yeah, over the bandages, and then she's gonna cut through it.
All right.
Ooh.
It's Constitution save to stay asleep, right? He may roll Constitution. Yuna roll Constitution save.
Oh, but she's cutting me.
It's a
Please,
small
just
incision.
Let her wake up.
That's waking up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Very much.
feel a very strong tinge, a stinging sensation, and you don't think too much of it, but it does wake you up. Theo does make the incision, however, like it exists, the cut is there. And Theo, for the few seconds that you notice in the dark light, the dim light, you do see something bleeding into the bandages, and it looks rather dark.
It yeeted.
And
Sleepy time.
again, like, is there blood on the sword, or is that dark essence on the sword as well? Or
When you look at the sword, how like when you get a chance to look at sword, you notice there is a dark. You can't really tell in the dark. There is a light to you. Okay, there is a light to you, but do you still have it like simmering down, or?
yeah, it's just a simmer.
Yeah, you can't quite see the color hue, like you don't see the reflection just yet. As you try to hold it closer, you do wake up to Theo holding your arm, the bandages being colored, you know, yeah,
And
you
a
get it.
sword.
And a sword in her hand.
Ew, what are you doing?
She's going to ignore that and just kind of like have the point of the sword towards her own hand and see if the blood will run off into the hand so she can see it better.
The blood on the sword does drip onto your hand, and you see it's like, the color of blood is usually like this bright red. This is not that. It is like a much darker red. Cyrus does get startled awake.
Miriam stands up too.
And Koshka,
She
you all are all encountering this sight of Theo inspecting this bloodied knife. And Cyrus kind of like falls over to his side for a second. Anyone is welcome to take the stage.
Does it have a smell to it? Or does it just smell like iron? Or I don't know how supposed to smell.
You're like sniffing the blood.
Mm-hmm.
You raise your hand to your blood, and as you take a sniff, it smells almost sour. Iron, but it doesn't come off. Like, it smells of a light tinge of iron, and but there's something wrong with it. Go ahead.
At like her panicking and Cyrus falling over. Since she was like with them, she kind of falls over too. She scrambles up to like get away from them. And she says, "What are you doing with that knife?" And she like holds onto her arm.
Does it look similar to what black ichor that Cyrus had?
Yes.
Okay.
Yuna is panicking. She's scared.
Miriam's beelining it to Yuna.
Investigating. So you look, just shows her palm through. Well, I think my beak or talons would be a little bit more bloodier. I'll come up with my own solution, thank you.
Before you guys continue, Miriam, you rush over to Yuna
Mm-hmm.
in an attempt to comfort her. What do you want to tell her?
Is Cyrus like I assume he's kind of just like, whoa, I just woke up.
Yeah, Cyrus is kind of like toppled over to like the right, and he's like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, so she's just gonna very calmly walk up to Yuna and is gonna kneel down next to her and is just gonna say, look, hey, listen to me.
No!
You're fine.
No! You have sword! She's gonna hurt me!
Hey, take a moment. Take a breath, alright?
Stay away from me.
You really think that with all of us here she can hurt you?
Give me 1 sec. What's it mean?
Oh, sorry, I could have just said it.
Ah.
You feel more trusting towards Miriam, but at least like with the two devils that you know, Miriam is preferred over Theo.
Mm-hmm. You see that when you say that, like, her shaking starts to stop. She's still like kind of heavy breathing and holding onto her bleeding arm, like close against her chest. But she just watch you, and you see that she doesn't look like she's afraid that you're gonna hurt her.
Can I see Cyrus's reaction?
You look over to Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
You see him sniffing the air.
Miriam's just gonna very cautiously, she hasn't like reached out to touch Yuna, but is just gonna say, just take a little bit of a breath, and you need to close the wound on your arm.
You feel that she's compliant and that has her hand already like over her arm because she had grabbed it. where the wounds are, and she is going to cast Cure Wounds.
Good.
Oh, perfect. You do that, and it's healed. Your wound is like, it's definitely healed.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus, he sniffs the air, and he didn't exactly eat dinner. And Theo, he tackles you. Welcome back, Kalia. You wake up to a lot of screaming and fighting and conversation, and Cyrus tackling Theo.
Man, call you passed the fuck out.
Knocked out hard, baby.
You kind of like woke up. You're just like, what? Huh? What?
So what's happening? I didn't have my headset with me.
Theo cut open Yuna's arm to check the blood. Cyrus is awoken and is sodding said blood, sodding out for said blood. Yuna is being calmed by Miriam. Koshka was in a conversation with Theo, but Theo and Cyrus are having a little tussle. Hey. Theo, do you want to answer Koshka before you are tackled?
What was it?
Oh. No, you're not down. You're perfect. Okie dokie. Cyrus is what is it? It's hold on, athletics versus acrobatics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can beat that.
Nat 1. I've been waiting for a Nat 1. Come on.
I think you guys are
Show me the green.
pretty
Hell
relieved.
yeah.
I saw
Cyrus
Nat
attempts.
1s, man.
Yeah, you guys are no longer pent up. You guys are good. I haven't seen any nat. Well, one nat, but you know, compared to like this. True. Oh yeah, she got a nat 20 on you, Theo.
I got that one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, there's 2 nats, but the other games had like 6 plus.
I have been solidly in the 8 to 12 range for pretty much every roll this game.
On average, 9.
I've had a lot of 10s, a lot of 11s. I am the bringer of balance. So Cyrus jumps Theo.
Yeah, he jumps at Theo, but Theo, you manage to just like escape his tackle. You're pretty level-headed, despite everything that's going on, and you see this coming, and you just evade it with ease. And Cyrus is currently still trying to just. He tries to tackle you, and he grabs at his head, and he shakes his head, and he attempts to just chase after you.
So like take off to the like trees, and then yeah, like so like get into the trees and then see if she's gonna take flight.
Seeing Cyrus jump, does he seem like obviously there's aggression, but like, can I pick out what this is? Am I that aware, or am I still blissfully dum-dum?
No, I want to say you're aware, like, it's not that he's doing it out of anger or frustration.
It's just reaction for him.
Yeah.
Okay, great. In Draconic, I am going to cast Suggestion. And I am just going to say in Draconic, as I kind of bring my hands up towards Cyrus, I'm just going to say, Cyrus, I kindly ask you to take a moment
and not move until you are calm.
What do I roll?
It's a whiz save.
Oh, dang.
Okay,
It's a little-
this is my life. It doesn't work.
He Cyrus, well, he does. You see him hesitate as he looks down at the ground, and he grabs at his head and just turtles for a moment, and he looks for Theo. Theo, where are you right now?
She's in like standing on like a branch, just looking down at him. She's
So
like,
you're definitely inside of him.
yeah.
He's in sight. I know you know. I know you know. But I have to slap you on the wrist somehow. She is in sight of him. And he's going to growl at you, Theo, but it seems that he is, for the most part, staying put. You can see his tail is swishing like back and forth. Kali, is there anything that you want to do?
Okay, so Yuna has a cut on her arm.
We
She's
s-
being
it-
calmed.
It's been healed.
Yeah.
Okay,
But there's
had
still
a cut on her arm.
blood on her.
Yes,
There's
the
blood
bleed.
on the bandage. Blood on bland. There's
Blanche?
The
blood
bloodages.
on the bandages.
Okay. Miriam is calming down Cyrus. What was Kosha and Theo up to? Theo was trying to fly off?
Was about
Flew
to.
off?
No, she says a
And-
sword.
And then Koshka's doing what again? Gotcha. She's just gonna take in the situation. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. She's gonna go over to Yuna and see if she can help clean her up a little bit.
You see Yuna staring at Cyrus in disbelief.
Yuna, trying to get her attention.
That could have been me.
Let's not think about that right now, okay? Here, let me get.
You see her ears are down and she's upset.
Kalia. Why you gotta be so awkward like 50% of the time? What, are you sitting or are you standing?
She's sitting. She's like huddled up against a tree. Miriam's there with her.
Mm-hmm.
Really quick. Really
Yeah.
quick. Koshka, what did you want to do? Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. ahead, you
Okay,
crazy kids.
yeah. Yeah, she's gonna just, Dude. Not Koshka. Kalia is just gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and try to wash your bandages. Is that okay?
I don't care.
She's going to go ahead and slowly unwrap one of the bandages that are covered in blood, using one of her tendrils to try to soothe her, rubbing against her shoulder or back if she's leaning against something. As she's going to do so, when She's not pulling it all off completely, just as much as she needs before she runs some of her water through to pull the blood out. Before